the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right. That was Josephine Morris, doing the national anthem here at Oxford High School. This is Rod Charles here at the Oxford High School natatorium. I guess that's the Latin word for swimming pool. So we have a swim meet tonight between the Oxford Wildcats and the Royal Oak Ravens. So let's see if the Birds or the Cats win. I guess they got a couple good teams here. One of the highlights tonight will be the diving. We have a potential All-American diver, so that should be a real treat. All-American is very challenging in the United States. Being All-American means you need to be amongst the 100 best in the entire United States. So I think we'll see quite an event tonight in diving and swimming too. But as I said, All-American is special. Anyhow, OCTV here at Oxford High School. We got a dual meet tonight. Both teams are pretty good-sized teams. I know Oxford's got 34 athletes on the team. Looks like Royal Oak has about the same number. So we'll be starting pretty soon as the officials get set to go. And all the electronic equipment is primed and ready to go. I'm looking at the desk right now. I see the printer's ready, the computer's ready, and I see a couple looks like some pizza hiding back there somewhere. Okay, the scores on that dive. That was Lily Kempen from Oxford. 4.5, 5, and 5. We have 3 judges. Now we have Annabella Bloom from Royal Oak. Again, this is Rod Charles here at Oxford High School, along with Dan from OCTV, our cameraman, Dan the cameraman, and Hunter, his supervisor. That was Tristan Karkarski doing an inward with a 1 and 1.5 somersault in the tuck position. Some nice scores there by Tristan, 6, 6.5, and 6.5. Now we have Lily Kempen coming up from Oxford, doing an inward dive with a somersault. This is Annabella Bloom from Royal Oak. And she's doing a reverse dive in the tuck position. Reverse is a scary dive to a lot of us. You have to jump in the air and then flip your body backwards, and hopefully you do not hit the diving board. We have 3 judges. And the scores are 4.5, 5.5, 5.5. Tristan from Oxford is doing a back dive. 1 and 1.5 somersaults in the pike position. Nice dive. And the judges give Tristan a 6, 6.5, and 6. Typically, the judges, you have one judge from each team, and then, of course, you have your judge who's hired to be here. Lily Kempen from Oxford doing a back dive. Okay, here comes Annabella from the Royal Oak Ravens. Nice dive. Okay. 4, 4, 4.5. Looks like our judges didn't agree with me. Okay, here comes Tristan again. And if you haven't noticed, we have only 3 divers tonight, so this will go pretty quickly. She's doing a reverse dive. Wow, good height on that. Six, 7, 7. Okay, Lily, Oxford Wildcats. Four, 5, 4.5. You math majors can all figure that's a 4.5. Annabella Bloom doing a forward 1 somersault with a half twist in there. Annabella gets a 4, 4, 3.5. And here comes Tristan again. As I said, we only have 3 divers tonight, so this is going to move along very quickly. Wow. Really good height off the board. My gosh. And she's rewarded with a 7, an 8, and a 7. Here comes Lily. Forward dive, obviously. 4, 4.5, and 5. Annabella Bloom again from the Royal Oak Ravens. Annabella's going to be doing a back dive with a somersault. You know, every dive has its own degree of difficulty. This one's 1.5 degree of difficulty. And Annabella's scores are 3, 4.5, 4. So the idea is every dive has its own degree of difficulty, then we multiply that times the scores of the 3 judges. Wow. A lot of action in that dive by Tristan. That was a 6.5, 6.5, 6.5. So divers obviously want to have perfection on the dive, but they also want to have enough of a degree of difficulty so that they get a lot of points. That was Lily Kempen. Three, 4.5, 3.5. Lily didn't quite get her arms down all the way. Okay, here comes Annabella Bloom. And she's doing a 4 dive with 1.5 somersaults. The degree of difficulty in this is 1.6. So the judges give Annabella a 4, 4.5, 4. The diving board is a 1 meter diving board. And here comes Tristan. This time she's doing a 4 dive, 2.5 somersaults. DD is 2.4. You know, one of the things that Tristan does very well is she gets great height off the board. Not only does that give her extra points as far as the appearance, gives her time to pull off the dive and get in the water cleanly. So, John, I know you're on your way out. You're heading down to Lower Oxford.
Yes, I am.
Because we all know that LO means Lower Oxford.
I'm not going to comment on that, but I won't argue with you. I understand.
Well, consider where you're located.
I know where I'm at.
So just a quick word on diving. How's that?
I thought these girls did a nice job. We had 2 beginners, and we had 1 girl showing them the way. Tristan did a really nice job setting things up. That 266 isn't her best, but we didn't actually put her in her toughest lineup. The young girls are learning, and I love it. And like I said, I've got an All-American leading the way, and it makes it a ton of fun.
Now, did you take her down to the Hall of Fame this year? Was she part of that group or not?
Yep, she was in the Hall of Fame. She's an All-American both high school and AAU.
Wow.
So she did that. She also went down in the spring to Red, White, and Blue National Championship meet, where she qualified for a trip to Rome, and she represented the United States on the AAU team. And she and I actually traveled to Rome. I was the coach for one of the coaches.
Is that why we have pizza here tonight?
That's why we have pizza, absolutely.
Okay.
But yeah, so we got to go to Rome for a week and compete at the old Olympic Stadium in Rome.
Really?
And it was an absolute blast. Yeah.
You know, I was thinking this year, my wife and I were in Fort Lauderdale, and I got to go to the Hall of Fame. It was one of these things I've never visited before.
Yep.
Even when I was in high school, I wanted to go there. But I have to admit, I think you beat me.
Well, we had fun there.
I mean, Rome, Fort Lauderdale, but whatever else.
Yeah. Now, did you notice that 28-meter tower they had over there?
I looked at it from down here, and I said, I'm glad I'm down here, and I'm not up there.
You know what I loved about that 28-meter tower?
What?
All my kids looked at 10-meter and said, that's not that high. It was perfect.
See, that's why he's a good coach. He knows how to train them, see? That's why his athletes are superstars.
We have fun. Thank you very much.
Good job. Thanks, John.
Take care.
Take care. By the way, while I'm staying here waiting for the medley relay to start, I'm here with Coach Glenn Walker. Glenn, where are you from originally?
Bay City.
Bay City. And which high school did you go to?
Bay City Western.
Bay City Western. And what stroke did you swim in high school?
Breaststroke.
Breaststroke, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever do any individual medley or pretty much all breaststroke?
Pretty much all breaststroke because we had a big team.
Oh, I see.
So it's pretty much all individual.
I see.
Yeah.
So you've been coaching here at the high school here for quite a long time. About how many years?
I started in 09, took a break in 2015, and came back in 21.
So the first year we had a swim team, I think, was what, 2008, was it?
2000, the girls' team was already here, and I helped establish the boys' team.
I see. I
Yeah.
see. So what are some of the highlights for you personally as far as coaching here at Oxford?
Oh, we got 4 All-Americans. Tristan, the diver that dove tonight, will be a double All-American. Then we had Olin Charnstrom.
Your backstroker?
Yep. And then we had Ellie Settler. who's swimming at Cleveland. And then we had Liam Pearson, who's also swimming at Cleveland now. He's a All-American, and all 4 of them were in the top 100.
Wow, because that's All-American, if people don't know it, which most people wouldn't, would be top 100 in the United States.
Top 100.
I mean, you think about a population of 300 million people, and all the schools that offer competition swimming and diving, and the big states like, California has 40 million people or something like that.
Yeah.
To be top 100 is very, very, I'll say special, impressive, yes. You think the coaching has anything to do with that?
It's all the kids.
All right. No, I know personally, I know my daughter swam for Coach Walker, and I thought he did a great job. He was, in his own way, very inspirational. And as a parent, I always appreciated what you brought to the, I was going to say table, but I'll say what you brought to the pool. All right. Yeah. All right, I'll get to work.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Glenn.
You're welcome.
Okay, here we go, folks. Oxford High School, the Oxford Wildcats against the Royal Oak Ravens. Both are good teams historically. You know, Royal Oak over the years has had some of the best swimmers, not just in Michigan, but in the entire United States. But of course, with the declining enrollment, they've coalesced their 2 high schools into one, Royal Oak High School. So right now we're starting with the 200-yard medley relay, backstroke, breaststroke, butterfly, and then crawl stroke. Backstroke is first, obviously.
Take your mark.
Okay, 2 lengths of the pool, each stroke. The scoring system in high school swimming gives a lot of weight, shall I say, to relay races. So we got 3 teams duking it out for first. So Royal Oak right now has a sizable lead. Now, one of the key things on a relay race is to avoid being disqualified. In a relay race, the swimmer must touch the wall before the next swimmer leaves. So even if it's their toes or whatever else, you got to make sure you time that just right. And that's one of the easy things that the officials look for. So let's watch this butterfly. They have to put both hands at the same time. Then the freestyler can go. Here again, as I mentioned earlier, one of the great things about Oxford High School is we have an 8-lane pool. So we have a lot of participation here. And one of the great things I like about swimming and diving is not only does everybody who works out get a chance to compete, but the fact that there's a lot of different ways to quote unquote be a winner. It doesn't mean necessarily that you get first place in your race or your event. You can also do a PB, your personal best, and that's satisfying its own form of victory. Oxford has a great scoreboard, by the way. It's really nice to look up at the scoreboard. It clearly shows us who finished first, second, third, fourth, etc. It also shows us the times, because one of the things that all swimmers want to do is watch their split, how they do in their portion of the race. The next race will be the 200-yard freestyle. That's 8 lengths, crawl stroke. Typically, it's we say freestyle, but it could be any stroke. Technically, when they say freestyle, it means any stroke a swimmer wants to use. They could do breaststroke, back, or fly. But most of the time, you're going to see people doing the crawl stroke because it's faster. We have 2 heats of this race. So lane 1 is Royal Oak. Lane 2, Kaylee Henke from Oxford. Lane 4, Molly Anthonyou from Oxford. Lane 6, Abby Corbett from Oxford. So Oxford's in lanes 2, 4, and 6. 2, 4, 6. Eight lengths. Oh, thank you. So look at some of these splits. Like I mentioned, the scoreboard shows clocks. So the leading swimmer split on the first 50 was 33.11. The 200 freestyle is a challenging race. It's challenging in the sense that it's obviously not a sprint. I mean, you're not doing just 1 length or 2 lengths. But it's not really a distance race either. So it's one of these races that it's neither fish nor fowl. You can't go all out because you'll burn out. But you can't hold yourself back too much, otherwise you'll be just too darn slow. Okay. So the first swimmer hits the wall at 111.21 for that split. Oops, sorry. As I mentioned, there's 2 heats of this race. Once again, Oxford's in lane 2. You got Kaylee in line 2, Molly in lane 4, and Abby in lane 6. And if you're wondering on TV what lane is what, the far side is lane 8. Far side's lane 8. And obviously the lane closest to the camera is lane 1. So winning time there is 2:27.65. Second place is 2:32.39. Kaylee's time is 2:36.62. Molly's was 2:35.18, and Abby's was 2:35.73. Okay, now we have the second heat getting ready to start. Once again, we have 8 lengths to pool, 200 yards. So, lane 2 for the Wildcats, Emma Chamberlain. Lane 4, Ronja Woltman. Lane 6, Delaney Sikora. Lane 8, Ella Martin. And once again, lane 8 is the lane farthest away from the camera. So Royal Oak has a lead as we come into the first 50. First swimmer hits the wall at 28.99. Emma Chamberlain hit the wall a little bit behind that, not far behind. So here comes the first 100 yards. First split was 101.15. Second split was 103.22. I'm sorry, that was Emma had a 102. Okay, 6 lengths, 2 more to go. Here we come, last length, at least for the first 2 swimmers. Okay, winning time was 2:07.22. Second place by Emma was 2:08.01. Ranja had a 2:21.02. Delaney had a 2:23.01. And Ella Martin had a 2:24.9. Okay, next race is the 200 individual medley, the 200 IM. I think one of the more fun races because it's got all 4 strokes involved. Butterfly, back, breast, and then freestyle. Okay, for the Wildcats, lane 2, Elise Bishop. Lane 4, Ashlyn Nalis. Lane 7, Vivian Ilch. I'm sorry, no, that's Royal Oak. Lane 6, Kira Sulatius. And lane 8, Josie Morris. So 2, 4, 6, 8 are the Wildcats. Butterfly, the next stroke's backstroke, then breaststroke, and then crawl stroke. First 50 was 30.46. The Oxford swimmer was 31.67. Pretty close race here. Next portion will be breaststroke. And this is where you can really make a difference is on the breaststroke. I mean, you can make a difference any stroke, but seems like a lot of swimmers, it's make or break time by the time you get to this third leg of the race. So lane 2 is Elise, lane 4, Ashlyn, lane 6, Kira, lane 8, Josie. Well, to my point, the Royal Oak swimmers really pulled away on the breaststroke. Her split was 145.04. Ashlyn was 150.05. Wow, good time there. Winning time is 2:16.50 by the Royal Oak swimmer. Ashlyn had a 2:23.1. Elise did 2:40.4. And Josie, who sang our national anthem, lane 8. Like I mentioned, one of the great things about swimming and diving is everybody participates. And there's all kinds of victories. Just doing your best is a victory. It doesn't mean you have to finish in first place or second. But if you did a 2:55 last time and now you do a 2:54, that's a victory. All right, now we're doing the 50-yard freestyle. This is the shortest race in high school swimming. We have 3 heats of the 50. Once again, now let me read some names to you because it's a lot of Oxford swimmers here. 2, 4, 6. Actually, first 6 lanes are all Oxford swimmers. Caitlin Welk, Athena Adams, Allie Cook, Sydney Kalin, Lily Carter, and Grace Pauls. The one non-Oxford swimmer in lane 8, Shaylin Sims. But we got Caitlin, Athena, Allie, Sydney, Lily, and Grace. 50-yard freestyle. When you watch a 50-yard freestyle, you see a lot of white water because it is an intense race. You won't see the kick like you see here in a 500-yard freestyle. A 50, you want to kick like crazy. A lot of the kicking is to maintain your body being horizontal. It's not really going to give you much propulsion. Okay, winning time was 35.8. Let's see, 35.01. Okay, heat 2 of the 50-yard freestyle. Okay, lane 2, Ariana Nixon. Lane 4, Mary Burchard. Lane 5, Marilyn Toy. I'm sorry, lane 5 is Royal Oak, but that's okay. Lane 6, Zoe Cogswell. Lane 7, Carol Telez Nunez. So lane 2 is Ariana. Lane 4 is Mary Burchard. Lane 5 is a Royal Oak swimmer. Lane 6 is Zoe Cogswell. Lane 7, Carol Telez Nunez. 2 lengths freestyle. Big thing on the 50, of course, well, a lot of good things because it's such a short race, but you've got to nail that turn. You've got to hit that wall and come off pretty hard. And they all did a pretty good job on that if you saw their turn. As I said, this is an all-out race. There's no reason to really hold back on a 50. Okay, it looks like Mary took a first with a 31.09. So once again, on a 50-yard race, it's short. So when you start, you gotta be quick off the blocks. You can't be waiting for everybody else to get going. You've got to be quick off the blocks. The turn is obviously critical too. On a 500 freestyle, if you slightly miss a turn, it's not the end of the world. But on a 50, it could make the difference between first place and whatever. Okay, for this race here, lane 2, Delaney Default. Lane 4, Jordy Madison. Lane 6, Evelyn Bishop. Lane 8, Olivia Bristow. So the Wildcats are in lanes 2, 4, 6, and 8. Nice turns there, huh? And look at that white water turning. See the churning in the water? That's what I mean. You go all out. A 500, we will not see that. Wow. Winning time looks like it's a 26.41. The young lady from Royal Oak. Jordy had a 26.58. Some pretty good times there. Hey folks, this is Rod Charles here with Tristan Krajorski.
Krajorski.
Say it again for everybody.
Krajorski.
Krajorski, okay. There's a test in the morning on that, okay? So how did you get started in diving?
I did gymnastics, and then I didn't like it anymore, and then it just fit right in with diving, so I decided I would try it.
So how old were you when you started gymnastics?
Very young, 6 maybe?
6. And when did you start with diving?
14.
14. Who was your first coach for diving?
John Pearson.
John Pearson was your first coach. Well, you started out at the top, didn't you?
Yes.
So he was telling me earlier you went to Rome.
I did, yes.
Can you tell us about that experience going to Rome? I hope you interacted well with the Romans, right? When
It
in
was
Rome?
fun. Yes, it was very fun. It was a good experience to have.
How long were you in Rome?
A week, I think, yeah. Just a
Okay.
week.
So were there divers from around the world or what? Kind
Yeah.
of give us some idea of what you experienced.
It was a majority from the U.S. team, but they were from everywhere. Italy, Canada, Spain, Germany, everywhere.
Everywhere?
Yeah.
Were there any issues with language?
Not really. Everyone found a way around everything, so it was good.
So you didn't do a tuck dive when you're supposed to do something else, right? You didn't make any mistakes with that, huh?
No, we just used the numbers.
How about the food? Let's talk about something important.
It was very good. The pasta was so good. Yes.
The pasta was good. Well, isn't that surprising the pasta was good in Italy? Boy, I'm glad we had this interview here, Tristan. What else did you like about it?
It was just fun to be in a new place and do new things with different people.
I see. What grade are you in right now?
I'm a senior.
Senior. So what's up for next year? You going to dive?
Yes. I'm going to the University at Buffalo and diving there.
And tell us about the University of Buffalo. What made you want to go to the University of Buffalo?
I have family in Canada and it's really close, so that would be nice. And I like the program and the school and the people who are there.
So your parents going to be driving that 401 highway, aren't they, huh? Yes. I see. So what conference is the University of Buffalo in?
The MAC.
They're in the MAC conference? I didn't know that. So you'll be back here with great schools like Western Michigan University. Well, that probably explains why you're going there. Anything else you care to add before we wrap it up? I mean, I'll tell you what, let me ask you this. What's your favorite dive?
Back dive pike.
And what makes it your favorite dive, Kristen?
For me, it's easy and it's good to do, just nail it.
Okay, I'm going to ask a couple more questions. Where is the state meet this year?
Holland.
Okay, on the west side then.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, thank you very much, Tristan. Anything else? You all good to go?
I'm good.
All right, we just talked to a phenomenal diver. Hopefully an All-American again, huh?
Hopefully.
All right, take care.
Thank you.
Okay, folks, it's almost showtime here at Oxford High School. Oxford Wildcats against the Royal Oak Ravens. Our next race is going to be the 100-yard butterfly. That's four lengths butterfly. And let me mention right now, I'm thinking about it, the coaches for the Wildcats, Jackie Rank, Glenn Walker, John Pearson, and Alex Olheiser. I'll repeat those names again. Jackie Rank, Glenn Walker, John Pearson, and Alex Olheiser. Captains for the meet, Elise Bishop, Carol Tellez Nunez, and Delaney Sikora. And for our friends from way down there in southern Oakland County, Tracy Kalnowski, Jacob Donnelly, Doug Clark, and the captains for the Ravens, Caitlin Eberhardt and Elsie Winterburn. All right, so 4 lengths butterfly. I think a lot of people became more aware of this race in Mark Spitz days back in the late 60s, early 70s, the 1968 Mexican Olympics, or rather in Mexico City, and of course in the 72 Olympics in Munich. So also, for people who are new to swimming, they're more familiar with the name of a guy named Michael Phelps. He was a phenomenal butterflyer. Mark Spitz, by the way, I remember in I think it was 70, kicked 4 lengths, just doing a butterfly kick, 4 lengths in 58 seconds. Amazing.
All right.
Okay. Then the butterfly, obviously we're doing a dolphin kick, both legs together.
Step up. Take your marks.
And away we go, 4 lengths fly. Once again, just to remind everybody that one of the things that the official looks for to make sure that both hands touch simultaneously. If they don't, they're disqualified. Lane 2 is Katie Allen. Lane 4, Kira Suliatis. Sorry. Lane 4, Molly Anthony, lane 8, Isabella Hurst. 2, 4, 6, 8 are Wildcats. Well, Royal Oak's got a big finish on that one. Astro Link just did a 105.46. Second place, the Royal Oak swimmer did a 111.8. So Royal Oak takes a 1, 2, 3 in the fly. Once again for the Wildcats, we had Katie in lane 2, Kira in lane 4, Molly in lane 6, Isabella in lane 8. Okay, the next race is a 100-yard freestyle. 4 lengths. As I mentioned earlier, typically it's going to be the crawl stroke. Now we have 3 heats of this race. So the first heat, Sydney Kalin from Oxford is going to be in lane 3. Lane 6 is Carol Tellez Nunez. Lane 7, Athena Adams. Lane 8, Allie Cook. So Wildcats are in 3, 6, 7, 8. Sydney Kalin, lane 3. Carol Tellez Nunez, lane 6. Athena Adams, lane 7. Allie Cook, lane 8. 4 lengths freestyle. Okay, Royal Oak swimmer in lane 4, 111.86. All right. Okay, here we are, heat number 2 out of 3. Lane 3, Kaylee Hink for Oxford. Lane 8, Abby Corbett for the Wildcats. So we have Kaylee in lane 3, Abby in lane 8. 4 lengths freestyle. Okay, first place time. Vivian Ilge got a 105.53. Vivian's from the Royal Oak Ravens. Okay, the third and final heat of the 100 free. Oxford's got Evelyn Bishop in lane 2, that's closest to the camera. Lane 4, Jordan Madison. Lane 6, Delaney Defoe. And that's it, 2-4-6. And away they go. Four lengths freestyle. Oxford swimmer hits the wall at 28.70, followed by the Royal Oak swimmer at 28.93. Final turn, let's see. Ooh, it's close. Very close. Looks like Jordy is going to take it in lane 4, and she does. Wow, nice time, 59.80. Delane in lane 6 had a 101.26, which is pretty darn good, as did Ella in lane 8, 104.19. And Evelyn, lane 2, a 105.50. Some very good times by all of our athletes there, very impressive. Very good times. Event number 8 is the 500-yard freestyle. This is the longest race in high school swimming. It's 20 lengths. So obviously the idea of a 500 freestyle is going to be a lot different than a 50 or 100 freestyle because you've got to pace yourself a lot more. You know, and some swimmers by nature are going to take it out pretty hard and then hold on. Others are going to hang back and then hopefully they can catch up towards the end. For those of us who watched the Olympics this past year, I know it's fascinating to see how some swimmers would just take it out hard and hope to hang on. Others would play catch up and still win. So a lot of it depends on that swimmer, the training, and all kinds of strategy goes into something, especially like the 500 freestyle. And once again, what you're going to see in this race here, we are not going to see the white water that we'd see in a sprint race. "20 lengths to the pool. And you'll notice, if the camera reaches there, at the other end of the pool, we have some teammates holding up placards with the number of lengths that the swimmer has completed. That way, they know how far they've gone and how far they have to go. Believe it or not, even though it's 20 lengths, it's easy to lose track. Easy to lose track. I mean, there are some swim races where, like the 1650, which is done rarely, but that's 66 lengths. Or in college, they swim a 1,000-yard race. That's 40 lengths. It is very easy to lose track of where you are when you're swimming. So that's why they are down there with the placards saying, all right, you got 1 length done, 3 lengths done, 5 lengths all the way to the 19th. That last length, what they do is the normal color is black and white. The last one is a orange, like a cone alongside the highways. Not that we have cones at all on our highways. Okay, 20 lengths freestyle. Oxford's in lanes 2, 4, 6. Lane 2, closest to the cameras, Emma Chamberlain. Lane 4, Delaney Sikora. Lane 6, Ranja Waltman. So Emma, Delaney, and Ranja. Okay, so here we are at our third length of the 20 length race. I want to mention the coaches again. For Oxford, we have Jackie Rank, head coach, Glenn Walker, John Pearson, and Alex Olheiser. Our captains again are Lise Bishop, Carol Tellez Nunez, and Delaney Sikora. For the Ravens, Tracy Kanowski is the head coach with Jacob Donnelly and Doug Clark. And the captains for the Royal Oak team, Caitlin Eberhardt and Elsie Winterburn. Okay, 8 lengths. Lead swimmers at 217.99. Second swimmers 218.6. I'm sorry, at 218.35. Okay, we're coming to the halfway mark. So again, our swimmers for the Wildcat team, Emma's in lane 2, Delaney's in lane 4, and Ranja's in lane 6. Okay, last length coming up. Winning time 5:46. Emma had a 5:47.85. Delaney was a 6:18.28. And Ranja 6:29.45. Good race. As I said, that's the longest race in high school swimming. Okay, our next race is going to be the backstroke. 4 lengths backstroke. You know, one of the changes over the years for backstrokers has been the way the turns are done. At one time, many, many moons ago, when the backstroker approached the wall, they had to stay on their back, and they would literally have to touch the wall with one hand and then twist around and then start again by pushing off the wall. Nowadays, they can do a flip turn just like in freestyle. So a huge difference, and obviously it speeds the race up a lot if you do a flip turn instead of staying on your back and then rotating around like a turtle. For the Wildcats in lane 2, we're going to have Katie Allen. Lane 4, Elise Bishop. Lane 6, Caitlin Welk. 2-4-6-8. You know what? I made a mistake here. I left off a race. I got the freestyle relay coming up. My apologies. 200 freestyle. Each swimmer is doing 2 lengths freestyle. All sprint, of course. I mean, look at those turns. Lane 1 is Oxford in this race. That's Josie, Isabella, Carol, and Ariana. Lane 2 is, for Oxford, Zoe, Abby, Kaylee, and Mary. Lane 4 for the Wildcats, Ashlyn, Evelyn, Delaney, and Jordan. Lane 6 for Oxford, Ella, Molly, Olivia, and Delaney. Lane 8 for the Wildcats, Lily, Athena, Sydney, and Ellie. Each swimmer is doing 2 lengths. And once again, in a relay, it's very important that if you're on the blocks, that you don't jump too early. It's an easy thing for the official to see, and it could get your team disqualified. For those people who are history majors, they might remember the names of some famous swimmers through the years. I might even say not just swimming stars, but movie stars. I was talking to our Dan the Man, the cameraman. I mentioned some of these stars like Duke Kahanamoko, who obviously is from Hawaii. Then from a long time ago, you had a gentleman named Buster Crabbe, who starred in a lot of science fiction movies. You had Esther Williams, who was an outstanding swimmer. And if you go up to the Grand Hotel, Mackinac City, the pool there is named the Esther Williams Pool. And of course, maybe the most famous of all, Johnny Weissmuller of Tarzan fame. And more recently, of course, we got people like Mark Spitz and Michael Phelps, of course, stands out. Okay, winning time there was 148.81. Oxford had a 153.06. Now we're doing our backstroke. Backstroke is event number 10. This is event number 10. There are 12 events. 12 events. Well, just to review what I said a moment ago before I got the events out of order there. The backstroke, obviously I'm back. Haha. But the big thing over the last few years that's changed is the way the turns are done. The turn is truly a flip turn now, whereas a long time ago, the backstroker had to stand their back, touch the wall with their hand, and then turn around like a crab on the beach. You know, another difference, by the way, in swimming nowadays, not just in backstroke, but butterfly, etc., is how long the swimmers stay underwater. I mean, it's amazing how far they go underwater. Okay, lead swimmer hits the wall at 32.89 for her 50-yard split. Elise split was 35.63 in second place. Okay, winning time, lane 5 for the Ravens, 106.86. Oxford second at 114.69. So lane 2 is Katie, lane 4 Elise, lane 6 Caitlin with a backstroke. Coming up is event number 11, the 100-yard breaststroke. As you heard earlier, Coach Walker, this was the event he swam when he was in high school up in Bay City. Just like butterfly, the breaststroke, you must touch the wall with two hands every time you finish or when you turn. And once again, it's something pretty simple that the referee, the official, looks for. A two-hand touch. 4 lengths breaststroke. Got Josie Morris is in lane 2. Ashlyn Nalis is in lane 4. Ella Martin's in lane 6. And Zoe Cogswell in lane 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, lead swimmer, first 50. Wow, good time for a 50-yard split, 33.56. Second swimmer was a 36.62. Lane 3 for the Ravens is really pouring it on. Great time there, 111.34. Oxford gets a second place, 116.97, and the Ravens got a 117.93 for third place. Ella does a 121.55. Josie's a 131.47. And Zoe in lane 8 is a 138.43. Our final race is coming up. Race number 12 out of 12. It's a relay, and relays are always huge fun. Huge fun. 4 swimmers each doing a 100-yard freestyle. Okay, lane 2 is Oxford, lane 4 is Oxford, lane 6 is Oxford. For Oxford in lane 2, we have Mary Bouchard, Kira Suliatis, Abby Corbett, and Katie Allen. For the Wildcats in lane 4, Olivia Bristow, Evelyn Bishop, Ronja Waltman, and Emma Chamberlain. For the Oxford team in lane 6, we have Molly Antonou, Kaylee Henke, Elise Bishop, and Delaney Sikora. So the Wildcats again, 2, 4, 6. Four lengths each swimmer. Lead swimmer's first split was 1:00.51. Second swimmer's 1:01.48. Well, I think it's safe to say at this point that the Royal Oak Ravens have carried the day today, and just in point scores. As I said, one of the great things about swimming and diving is everybody gets to participate and everybody gets to win by virtue of doing a personal best and putting forth your best efforts. The grand finale here. Lane 5. Boom. .407.60. Lane 3, 416.17. Lane 4 for the Wildcats, 418.51. The winning team was the Royal Oak Ravens, our friends from down south in Oakland County. All right, have a good evening. Take care. Okay, here we are at the Oxford High School. This is Rod Charles with the Oxford High School seniors. I would just like you ladies to just give us your name as we go forward, okay? If you can remember your name. This is a test.
Lily Carter.
Emma Chamberlain.
Jordan Madison.
Kaylee Hankey. Carol Tellez Nunez.
Zoe Cogswell.
Isabella Hurst.
Molly Antonio.
Kira Soliotis.
Tristan Kajarski.
Elise Bishop.
Okay, before you guys jump up, what is your favorite memory of swimming so far this year? Anybody want to volunteer and answer? Oh, she did.
We got to carve pumpkins as a team at my house, and that was really cute.
Could you throw those pumpkins in the pool or anything? No. Do you guys have a favorite cheer or something you do?
Bang Bang Choo Choo Train.
Wait, I can't hear you.
The Bang Bang Choo Choo Train
Oh,
cheer.
yeah?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Who's your favorite Lions player?
I don't know.
Oh! She doesn't know. Who has a favorite Lions player? Uh-oh. I think you guys need to get back in the pool and do 4,000 yards right now. What? Wait, she just bailed you out.
What?
You just said a name.
Oh, I said I like the
Ledecky.
swimmers. Katie
Oh.
Ledecky.
I thought she said
Michael
Jared
Phelps.
Goff. My mistake. What's that?
What did you say?
Jared Goff, Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders, Jared Goff, and who did you say?
I'm in Ron St. Brown. He's pretty good.
All right. Well, you guys have been bailed out. You can thank them. Have a good night. Congratulations.